Welcome once again to the one and only podcast station of spectacular knowledge and awesome packed audios of the Karan Sharma Show. Today in this podcast, we will gonna capture up the humanitarian threat or the worldwide pandemic situation of the novel coronavirus outbreak. Following up the thesis today, we will feature up the expert advice of the greatly honored and swashbuckling psychologist, which I designate due to great help and lessons imparted by her at each and every circumstance of my life. None other than she is Miss Pritika Chugh, who will provide a better insight and help you managing the situation through selecting the most appropriate and knowledgeable skills from her ocean of wonderful reservoir containing the best of experience and education. It will also shed up light upon what precautionary measures and deeds applying to need of the hour could be enforced to avoid the maximum damage to mind, body and soul through this threat to human existence. The world is facing a disaster due to COVID-19 outbreak, and India is not an exception. Few weeks ago, the place which was brimming with people almost everywhere is experiencing a sudden lockdown in the country. Lockdown has not only led to restrictions of the movement, which is the need of an hour, but it also has impacted the mental health of the country. If we look at the SARS outbreak in 2003, we know there is evidence that there were increased rates of anxiety, increased rates of depression and post-traumatic stress, and in some groups there were also increased rates of suicide. People who are quarantined are very likely to develop a wide range of symptoms of psychological stress and disorder, including low moods, insomnia, stress, anxiety, anger, irritability, emotional exhaustion, depression, and post-traumatic stress symptoms. The risk of mental illness is increased not just in the immediate future, but even after years after the stress have passed it. It goes without saying that there is a risk of worsening or relapse in person with existing mental illnesses. The stress can also tip vulnerable persons into alcohol and illicit substance abuse. Persons who develop COVID-19 and require intense care unit or ICU, and especially those who require ventilatory support and later recovery, would have been in the fear of death also. These patients are at the higher risk of developing a condition called post-traumatic stress disorder or PTSD, a condition that was first described in military veterans who had survived combats. So, here are the few self-help interventions to manage stress and remain positive. Number 1. Keep your regular routine. Maintaining a regular schedule is important to your mental health. In addition to sticking to a regular bedtime routine, keep consistent time for meals, bathing and getting dressed, work or study schedules and exercise. Number 2. Limit exposure to news media. Constant news about COVID-19 from all types of media can heighten fears about the disease. Limit social media that can expose you to rumors and false information. Number 3. Stay busy. A distraction can get you away from the cycle of negative thoughts that feed anxiety and depression. Enjoy hobbies that you can do at home. Identify a new project or clean out the closet you promised you would get to. Number 4. Focus on positive thoughts. Choose to focus on positive thoughts in your life. Instead of dwelling on how bad you feel, consider starting each day by listing things you are thankful to. Number 5. Use your moral compass or a spiritual life for support. If you draw strength from a belief system, it can bring you comfort during difficult times. Number 6. Set priorities. Don't become overwhelmed by creating a life-changing list of things to achieve while you're home. Set reasonable goals each day and outline steps you can take to those goals. Other than this, we should also connect with others. Without undermining the principle of social distancing, connecting with others will make people joyful and active. So for the same, these are the points up. Point number 1. Make connections. If you need to stay at home and distance yourself from others, avoid social isolation. Find time each day to make virtual connections by email, text, phone, or FaceTime or similar apps. Point number 2. Do something for others. Find purpose in helping the people around you. For example, email them, text, or call to check on your friends, family members, and neighbors, especially those who are elderly. point number 3. Support a family member or a friend. If a family member or a friend needs to be isolated for safety reasons or gets sick and needs to be quarantined at home or in the hospital, come up with the ways to stay in contact. Last but not the least, but spend time with your family, know them, talk to them, make the most of the quality time with them, and support each other emotionally and mentally. Your grandparents and parents need you right now more than anyone else. Show that you love and care for them and try to engage in more and more recreational activities. So that's all what I could impart today in this episode. Hope you all liked and enjoyed listening to it. Provide your valuable suggestions at karankumbria222@gmail.com. Thanks and have a nice day ahead.